Hey, what's up, everybody? BDO 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so put my clothes in the dryer, getting ready to go down to Target, grab some grapes, and to grab some cash to pay these folks since today is room day. My uncle came through with the money overnight, so I was very thankful that that's already straightened out. No anxiety about that. And yeah, man, Donald Trump is your president again. I know there's a lot of people hurt by that. I'm not one of them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not one of them. I didn't vote for the man, as you guys know. But you know, it's one of those situations. I was praying in the shower this morning, and I guess the thoughts that would come to my mind is this: if I understand that both parties are owned or more or less lobbied so heavily by AIPAC's money to continue genocide and whatever Zionist Jews' agenda is for this country, both sides are heavily paid. And I told you guys maybe about 2 months ago that I saw a shift in the AIPAC support leaning toward Donald Trump. I said that 2 months ago. And so for me, it's like, I did not think that AIPAC thought that Kamala could win. And furthermore, I didn't think that this country, which is largely traditional in its values, meaning that I just didn't see them giving the country over to a woman. I didn't see them giving the country over to a woman of color, and I didn't see them giving the country over to a woman of color that can be trusted. And she embodies all three. Kamala Harris has proven to all of us who pay attention to this genocide thing that she not only doesn't care to listen to us, but she's intentional on helping Israel continue the genocide. And if you know that much, then you know she can't be trusted. And so a lot of us who've been paying attention to this, I complained on this channel about a year ago how I was literally trying to reach out through Kamala's Instagram page on her post, and she was not acknowledging any of what I was sending or anyone else who was appealing to trying to get her to stop this genocide. They would act like we weren't even there, right? They would literally talk around us, not address any of our concerns. No matter how many times we hit up her post, we would always get these bot responses as it pertains to the following day with a post, gaslighting the whole thing. So it's like the Democrats need to understand something. The people who are paying attention to this genocide, we already know that the people who you support are no good. Now, that you don't know that is unfortunate, but it's not something that we can unlearn. The people who you support, who you think have your back, they're bad people. That's what the Democrats need to understand. All the people who vote and are upset about Kamala and on it. Through what it is that we're paying attention to, the proof that she can't be trusted has been revealed to us. The proof. It's not just us kind of a roundabout way saying that we don't trust this woman, or, we have these biases. I hear a lot of people saying your biases are keeping your ego. I saw something that a young lady, a basketball player, Angel Reese said. She said, y'all couldn't put your ego aside. It's like to care about something other than yourselves. It's like if that's your sentiment, then the truth is going to blow your mind. If that's how you really feel in your heart, then all you need is the information I have in my head, and you'll know exactly how to play this from here on out, young lady. Because if that's the sentiment we all have. So it's like a lot of people on the Democratic side, and this is what I understand, a lot of liberals, they're in a culture of propaganda that makes it so that the things that they care about are the things within their bubble. And that is a structured way that this country has taught its people how to empathize with myself and with my fellow man and with the people in my group. That's how y'all been taught how to think. But if you have real compassion in your heart, it's going to bleed through to help you understand that there's something wrong with that. You need to, going forward, pay attention to the things that you are told you don't have nothing to worry about in regards to outside conflicts of this country, who they say is their enemies, and what the true understanding is that you have about those people. If you got the information that you can't trust a certain people from the people who are essentially you're voting for in regards to these political parties, then you need to understand that their intention is to lie to you about who their enemies are, lie to you about who they are, and then move forward with intentions that you would not align with your moral compass as you're displaying in regards to how you're talking to us for not voting for your supporter. If that's your line of feelings, then the truth about what it is they were up to and how much you should care about it and how much they benefited from you being in the dark about those intentions is really something that's going to change your way of looking at them, just like it changed mine. You know, I had a lady this morning, I had posted some joke that somebody had posted. I had reposted something that said, your girl didn't even leave y'all with a speech last night. She didn't even leave y'all with a speech. And this lady who've been following me on Facebook for years got up here, said something along the lines of, you know, I'm sure she'll leave us with a speech this morning and something, but your Messiah, you know, you can't trust him. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, I didn't vote for that fool. I've been paying attention to a genocide for the last 400 days. I know AIPAC owns both sides. Don't confuse me with one of y'all. I ain't a lesser of two evils person. I'm much more enlightened than that. My mind is so much freer than that. To be caught up in what y'all got going on, thinking that it's only two sides and that everybody's a part of one side or another. Like, please. God liberated me from that sheepish ass sheep thinking. I ain't walking with y'all on that. No, I've been given a out from that web of propaganda, and that out is following this genocide very closely, and all of the conversations surrounding the genocide as people become enlightened as to how this even became possible. There's been so many little side conversations that have helped me understand the structure of this country, the structure of the lobbying countries, what's going on in those countries as they continue to try to control us. They can't even control themselves in Israel. Like, it's such a rabbit hole that so many of you who are upset this morning haven't begun to go down, that'll help you understand why you shouldn't be upset at all. You shouldn't be upset at all. Because the Democrats were never on your side. The Democrats were people who were lying to good people. That's what we've come to understand by paying attention to that genocide. They use your bleeding heart as a means of pandering to you so that you will support them on whatever it is they do. And then when you start realizing what they're doing and try to have a voice about it, they will ignore you. Why do you think I was trying to express to Kamala Harris through her Instagram that, you know, I'm watching kids die and it's unacceptable? Because I actually thought that they would listen. I thought that if we raised enough hell, they would address it. They never did. In fact, they went as far as to pose with a bunch of children on different posts to gaslight us as we were complaining about the death that we're seeing in our phone to children. They would post that they were bringing kids to the White House. They would say happy holidays. Like during the genocide, we scroll one phone scroll, you're seeing a dead body, and the next phone scroll, you're seeing Kamala Harris sitting next to babies smiling and stuff like that. Like, just completely pretending like our concerns were invalid and that we were not even there. So for all you Democrats who wanted me to stay on your side because you worried about Donald Trump, I can tell you this about Donald Trump. He had such thin skin that he would respond to every damn body. Just like KD does. Kevin Durant responds to everybody on Twitter. Donald Trump has thin skin. So if you get at him enough about something, at least he gonna retort by giving you the finger or something. He ain't gonna act like you're not there. So if I'm about to choose between the lesser of two evils, I gotta ask myself, if I'm along the lines of the propaganda of belief that Republicans are all just conservative white people that don't like me, hate me, probably want to see me in slavery, if I'm supposed to agree that is what they are, then I have to also look at the Democrats and say they are not bleeding heart people who want to see everybody free at all. That's not what they've proven themselves to be. So if I'm going to choose between the lesser of two evils, at least I'm going to choose the evil that I know don't like me. The one who doesn't like me, who will look me in the eye and say, I don't respect you, and throw slurs at me and allow me to understand that I need to be on guard around them at all times. At the very least, I know where they stand. With the Democrats, they act like they're my friend. They act like they care about the same things I care about, and then gaslight me upon the understanding that they don't. They don't even have the decency to give me the finger once they realize I'm against them. They just pretend I'm not there and smile in my face, act like I'm insane. That's why they've lost so many people, because they do that. You want me to choose between the lesser two evils? I'm going to choose the enemy that I know is an enemy who will tell me the truth about what he feels about me. At least I can respect that we're on the different sides and that we got to fight to the death to see eye to eye. The Democrats going to act like they're my friend and stab me in the back. And then when I discover that they've turned and they're not what I thought they were, they don't even have the decency to confront me. They'll gaslight me, pretend like I'm not there. Like, no. Let me tell you, the lesser of two evils in this situation, for all that is wrong with what the Republicans support, is most definitely the Republicans. After watching 400 Days of Genocide, even though I do think that the Republicans would kill just as many people and probably will continue this genocide in favor of AIPAC, no question. AIPAC owns both sides. But I'm going to go with the enemy that at least behaves like an enemy than the enemy that acts like a friend. All these people that Democrats have appointed to represent them in the conversations that have been had around this damn genocide, the lying and the gaslighting and all these little faces that keep on voting no for a ceasefire, acting like they love people and stuff like that, that is a different level of wickedness. I prefer my wickedness honest, head up, ready to confront me, than pretending like they got my back, pretending like they care about the things I care about. I don't know if I need to put my guard up against them or not. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I wake up this morning not upset about her losing that fight. Because when I reached out to her to say, yo, we worried about these kids dying, they act like we wasn't even there. Yo, we worried about what's going on in Palestine. They taking money from AIPAC. This lady is giving different points of view on the same subject to different demographics. On one hand, she talking to the Israeli people in Philadelphia, talking about, I'm going to preserve Israel. What happened to you guys on October 7th was the worst thing in the world. You have a right to defend yourself, and I'm sure you have an opportunity to. On the other hand, she's going to the Arab people in Michigan and telling them, this is horrible. I'm sorry what happened in Gaza. We're going to do everything we can to stop it. In a matter of like 3 days, she's saying different points of view to different people in 3 days and think like we can't see her. And you think I'm supposed to care about her losing this race? We're better off. We're literally better off. The lesser of two evils in this situation is proven to be the people who at least will do the dirt and stand on it, rather than the people who will do the dirt and just pretend, literally pretend like none of it's happening. And furthermore, teaching all of you a lesson who support them, who are ignoring us, behaving like them, that you don't get to do that anymore. Telling us that we're wrong for not supporting you when we've become liberated to the understanding that the people you support and the behavior you engage in is toxic for the rest of the world. No, you deserve to lose. You deserve to lose, Democrats. A lot of y'all sat back and did nothing when we were sitting up here screaming that people were dying. You're supposed to be the liberals of the earth. Y'all supposed to be the bleeding hearts. And we telling you we're seeing kids dead in our phone every day, and you talking about your reproductive rights. You only care about what matters in your bubble. And that has been manipulated against you. You're not the good people you pretend to be in a lot of cases. And you deserve to lose. And you can blame all of us who voted third party or didn't vote at all or voted for Trump for being able to see through the bullshit you believe about the people that you support while they're doing horrible things. But the reality is we know you can't trust them. Just because you don't know that doesn't mean we have to act like we don't. You can't trust them. And that we've been awakened to that understanding and have proof of that understanding and chose against them is wise of us. And that we try to wake you up and show you that you can't trust them is wise of us. And that you're in the dark about it while we're telling you that It's not our fault. The Democrats were never any good. It didn't mean the Republicans were any good, but at least I knew the Republicans didn't want me to think they were any good as it pertains to the interest that I had in regards to them and what I think is best for me. They told me, yo, I'm going to take this from you. I believe you're lesser than, and this, that, and the third. At least I know where to stand. At least I know where they stand. The Democrats feel the exact same way, but will lie about it. They won't stand on it. They'll bend over for AIPAC and act like they're not doing it. And see, that's what I also understood about the Democrats. When it comes to Donald Trump, what I've learned about paying attention to Donald Trump is that he will do what he needs to do to get into office. He will lie to the people that support him in regards to things that I don't support to get himself in office. And then when he gets there, he lets them down. That's what I learned last time he got in office. He did a few things they wanted him to do, but it seemed like he was leaning in other directions or whatever direction he felt like leaning in a good majority of the time. Donald is a hustler. Donald is like a street dude. That's how he is. He gonna say whatever he needs. He gonna run whatever game necessary to get into the position he want to get in. I know that about him. So as it pertains to his interactions with AIPAC, I don't know what he gonna do with them. They think he's going to roll with them. I don't know that they can trust him as it pertains to what it is he's telling them he's going to do. When it comes to the Democrats, they have proven that they can trust the Democrats because the Democrats have been over for them in regards to these issues for the last 4 years and have given them an endless amount of what they need to accomplish all the evil that they're doing. That's what we know. So if I'm going to try to choose between the lesser of two evils, I'm going to take my chances with the people that have yet to prove that they're willing to bend over for the evil ones, rather than those who've been doing all the bending and are still bending right now, which has enabled thousands and thousands of people to lose their lives in the Middle East. They sold our country down the river. They have already been engaging in the energy necessary to keep that thing going. I don't know that's what the Republicans are going to do. I know they're taking money from AIPAC. I don't know that AIPAC can trust them. So if I'm choosing between the lesser two evils in regards to that, then obviously I'm going to go with the Reds, because the Reds haven't proven themselves to be baby-killing bastards. They may be saying they're going to do that. They also may turn on them people. I got to take my chances. You see what I'm saying? So, like, this is well thought out. I didn't vote for Trump, but I understood that voting for a third party was basically voting for Trump, and this is what I had in mind when I placed my ballot. This is exactly what I had in mind when I placed my ballot. And like I said, I believe that a lot of people who want Kamala in office want good things for good people, but the reality is, someone proves themselves to be untrustworthy, you just got to say, hey, that's what it is. And you can't wait for other people to understand that, or to know what it is that you know, or to have seen what you've seen, for you to do what you need to do in real time. When they figure it out, they'll figure it out. She wasn't to be trusted. The people she worked with weren't to be trusted. That wasn't no hearsay, man. It's the truth. That's what we've learned. And I keep telling y'all, this Palestinian thing is a compass for your understanding. If you're following that well enough, then you're not thinking about what it is that you're thinking about this morning. That's the reality of it. Because you would have learned so much in regards to that situation, to where your thought patterns and what it is that you ultimately believe would be different this morning. You didn't lose. You got the wolves in sheep clothing out of the circumstance. And now you got the wolves who don't wear sheep clothing in circumstances, but at least you know they're damn wolves. At least you know they're damn wolves. That's the reality of it. Wolves in sheep's clothing will undoubtedly betray your trust. At least with the wolves, you know you never apply any trust to them. You know what they're about. You know you have to fight them. You know they're going to stand and fight against you. They're not going to pretend to like you when they don't. That is the lesser of two evils. Because it's not hiding. At least you could see it. So all you bleeding liberals mad at the people who voted for Trump, or mad at the people who voted for Jill, please understand. If you're really as good as human beings as you want us to believe you are, then with the information that we have, you know damn well you shouldn't have voted for her. If you're truly the type of people that you want all of us to believe you are, then with the information we have, you would know she wasn't no good. She wasn't no good. Period. Not to say that the other side is any good either. They're all owned by the same people. They're all owned by AIPAC. Israel owns them both. Have paid good money to assure that their intentions are done regardless. But the question is, can they trust Donald Trump? And based on how I've seen people who have supported Donald Trump and how he's turned on them in a lot of cases, I think the likelihood that they can trust Trump is lesser than the likelihood they can trust Harris, who's been doing for them all that they want done, who's been sending them money constantly already. For those who are saying it's going to be worse under Trump, worse for who? Worse for who? Palestinians are going through a full-fledged genocide under the Biden administration. Worse for who? If you only care about yourself, okay, then that's who it's going to be worse for. But if you care about what's going on in Palestinian people, then you know damn well that it ain't going to be no better or worse for them. It's the same damn thing. Only, I think the chances are better on this one with the red guys. The chances that the red guys' ego are going to say, nah, I'm not going to sell my country down the river is a hell of a lot better than those people who pander and lie to good people about things they don't care about. As it pertains to things that you think the good people care about, you really don't care about those issues. That's what the Democrats have been doing, while secretly engaging in the behavior of the enemy. Proven. Not hearsay, not just me talking. This is what I've seen. This is what I've been able to surmise is going on from all the information, all the stuff I've been paying attention to in regards to this genocide. So that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, man. Stop believing in politicians that pretend to care, that really take money from people who desperately want to kill other people. Stop listening to these people about whether or not they're going to uphold your rights and things that you think are most important and give you this, that, and third. They sold the entire country down the river, fam. The entire thing. They sold it to the Zionist Jews, buddy. They sold it to AIPAC. So whatever they promised you, they were lying. Because whatever AIPAC wants done is going to get done. So if AIPAC say they want this, that, and the third, and it goes against those ideals, they're going to go against those ideals because that's what they're paid to do, and they honor that payment. They honor that agreement more than they honor the American people. BDO 44, I thank you all for watching. I'm out.